Hey guys, it's Peyton, and today I'm going to be tier ranking the Hunger Games, but updated with the new information, with all the new books. This is not new, but whatever. Sunrise on the Reaping, and we have the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It's about time that I tier rank these characters with all the new information and also the new characters that we got within these books. Favorite series of all time. If you don't know me, I talk about the Hunger Games and I have like 40 plus videos on the Hunger Games, but I also talk about a lot of books that I'm obsessed with other than these, but also these a lot. And I also am writing my own books, so I'm starting to document that as well. So if you're interested in that, please don't forget to subscribe because I got a lot going on over here. I have to say, from reading Sunrise on the Reaping, one of my favorite things about this book was getting to know Maisily Donner better. And one of the things about Maisily Donner is she loves jewelry, and she was helping so many of the characters, create little tokens that they could bring with themselves that were either jewelry or just something pretty that they could have along with themselves. With that being said, I really wanted to introduce our sponsor of today's video. It is a jewelry brand in honor of Maisily Donner herself. I think she would be flattered that this happened. The sponsor of today's video is Luisa. They sent me some really lovely pieces, and let's go over them right now because I love them. Luisa reached out to me, which I was super excited about because I've seen them pop up on a lot of other creators' videos, and I personally really love jewelry. I've been really into earrings and rings, and I'm always wearing some sort of necklace as well. Super excited about this, and I'm sure Miss Maisily Donner would be too. I'm just saying. I've been wearing this pair right here for several weeks, and I absolutely love it. It is a moon and a star. Look how pretty these are. I have not worn these yet because I've been so obsessed with my other ones, but I'm that type of person. Like, if they're a comfortable pair of earrings, like, I'm literally going to wear them for like the end of eternity. So I'm super excited to switch to these and see how those ones pair with my life, because these have literally been in for weeks. They're water resistant. I've been showering in them. There's like no crust or nothing. Like, these have been literally perfect. It's a sustainable brand, and I really care about that. I'm a person who literally works for an environmental nonprofit, so it's always really cool to see that a brand is sustainable and like thinking about other solutions. They're also pretty budget friendly. Their prices start at around $39, so you can get a pair like these and it's not going to absolutely destroy your wallet, and that's what I always am worried about. But this is for the Mother's Day campaign. I know there's going to be some sales, and definitely use the link in my description. I'm going to have it right at the very top if you want to check out all the sales that they got going on, and maybe you can get yourself a gift and your mother a gift for Mother's Day. And I know my mom really loves jewelry. Every time I get her jewelry, she is super excited because it's something that, you can latch onto. Like, my grandpa gave me this, and I love my grandpa a lot, and he's getting really old. So when he gave me this, he literally said, "So you'll remember me." Okay, depressing. But it's just something, like, when you have a nice piece of jewelry that, can withstand a lot, and someone special gifted it to you, there's nothing that really can mean more, and you can always feel them with you when you're wearing that piece. Without further ado, let's get into the tier ranking. I'm super excited to see where we're gonna get with this. Here's our tiers. We have baby tier. Just love them. They're my babies. Gotta have them up there. Then we have the tier just a little bit lower than them. Get behind me. Characters I really care about. Maybe they're not my top tier, like babies, but I really care about these characters, and not that I have any fighting capabilities at all. Get behind me. I'll protect them at all costs if I really could. If I'm capable of doing it, I'll figure it out. So, dying for more info, characters that I don't feel like we really got to know in the way that I really want to. Like, I'm so interested in a couple of these people that we just never got details about, or just the smallest little bit of details. And I think I love them, but I kind of want more information. I don't care category obviously is I do not care about them. So sorry. And then let the mutts have them. I think that's self-explanatory. There's some people in this series that really, I do not care. Throw the golden squirrels at them. I don't care. Let's just get into it. Our first girly that we have is Miss President Coin. What shall we do with her? I don't like her, It's difficult for me to say because yes, we see how she kind of was going to repeat what President Snow has created. She wants to do Hunger Games with the Capitol's children. By the way, spoilers, I hope you already knew that. She wants to repeat the cycle, and I feel like that misses the point of the entire lesson that, you know, the 75 years of Hunger Games has taught us. So she's pretty messed up for that, and it makes me want to throw her to the mutts. I don't think I don't care about her. I think she's incredibly interesting, super unique way for her to showcase how history repeats itself. So I think she's super vital to the story. I'll just let the mutts have her. I kind of feel bad about it, but honestly, she's pretty awful to see the destruction that the Hunger Games brought on so many people from the sidelines she's watching, and she wants to repeat that. Like, it's pretty messed up. So she's very calculated and scary, and I do think she cared about power more than anything else. So I'll let the squirrels nibble on her. Brutus, I googled a tier ranking thing and I added a couple characters. Brutus was in here. I don't give a crap about Brutus. I think he's District 2. I don't really care about him. I mean, he's career. He volunteered himself to go back into the Hunger Games, if my memory serves me correctly, which is crazy. You know, was once not enough, and then he volunteers to go back in. So I'll let the mutts have him. I feel like something was dark and twisted in his head, which, coming from District 2, you can see why that would happen. But I would not want to be his friend. Like, don't trust him. Obviously, Katniss Kitty. Oh, that's so embarrassing. My cat is named Katniss. She's sitting on the floor over there looking dead. Her name is Katniss. I think it's funny. Katniss hates cats. Whatever. I did not mean to say her name. I always call her Katniss Kitty, so I feel embarrassed. But obviously Katniss Everdeen is in baby tier. Not much to say about that. Like, we all understand she's a great character. I love how there's so many flaws to her, and there's reasons to feel that she's unlikable or unreliable, but no, like, she's likable. Let's be real. The unlikableness qualities of her was what makes her so likable. So I love her so much. Everything to me, symbol of the revolution, whatever. We have Tigress. I feel complicated about her because upon rereading and rewatching the movie, we don't really get anything in the book like the movie does, where she kind of realizes Snow has gone on a dark path. Obviously, we see her in Mockingjay, where she hates his guts and smiles at the thought of him dying. Really want to understand more about her. And I'm one of those people that very curious in Sunrise and the Reaping, was that cat lady that got mentioned a couple times, was that Tigress? I feels like it's too intentional. She is so intentional with everything she does. So there was like a cat lady in the audience of Haymitch's interview, and then there was a cat lady that appeared when he was in that cage at the Capitol parties. Seems like it was her, but I'm also confused because she should have been a stylist at this point. But would Haymitch really know much about that? Don't know. I find her really interesting, and obviously she has a good heart to her. So I'm gonna give dying for more info. I literally feel like we're missing such an integral piece to the story without her story. I really would kill to see her days as a Capitol stylist and what really put the nail in the coffin for her and her relationship with Snow, because it doesn't seem like there's much of a mention of them in Sunrise on the Reaping, but maybe he just keeps his family to the side. I don't know. And that's why I need to know more. Annie Cresta, absolutely love her. She went through so much, and she made it towards the end, but her husband was ripped from her clutches, and that is horrible. So I'm gonna say, get behind me. She deserves all the happiness and more. Literally, I can't. So I get really sad thinking about her, but I just hope that she finds some peace, because she really went through the ringer, as so many of these characters did. But I mean, she just had such a tiny peaceful moment of happiness with her wedding, and then her man just ripped from her clutches, and then she's a single mommy, and that's really sad. But love that she keeps in contact with Katniss and Peeta. So Cressida, absolutely obsessed with her. Rebel film director. iconic woman she is. Dying for more info. Want to know how she got to where she did with the rebellion. There's obviously a bunch of rebels in the capital. I would love to see the story of someone from that perspective. Obviously, we get a little bit of Plutarch in here, which was incredibly interesting, but I hope you don't hear that truck in the background, because how annoying. But incredibly interesting, and I just would kill for more stories like that, and I don't know if she's gonna write anymore, and I don't know if I even want her to, so I'm just here. And as we spoke of him, Plutarch Heavensby, wow, did we get more layers to him in this book. I mean, he's still what we thought he was, someone who's playing the long game, trying to work behind the scenes, and he's the inside man. I don't think this rebellion could have happened without him, and thank God he was in it for as long as he was, and had the intel that he had. I mean, that was invaluable information. Does he rub me the wrong way? Yeah, he rubs me the wrong way, so this is kind of difficult because I don't want him to get behind me. I got issues with him. Like, he can be so tone deaf with how he says things sometimes, but there's something just so interesting about him and his whole personality and just the way he talks. I mean, he is giving capital with how he talks, and what a marketing director he is. Am I dying for more info? Not really, because I feel like we got some good slivers in here, but I don't want him to get behind me, and I don't want to say that I don't care about him, so I feel like there was a missing category here, and I'm so sorry. Now we got Dean Highbottom. What a tragic story of this man. Like, the inventor of the Hunger Games accidentally made a school project with, what's his face, Snow's father, I don't remember his name, and Snow's father took what he created and went and ran and told Dr. Gall, and Dr. Gall has been using everything she could to continue the Hunger Games. So he never wanted this to happen, so I'm gonna say get behind me. Yes, he has capital born, but he seems genuinely, like, disgusted and horrified with what has happened, and tried to make, whatever he could to put some stops to it, and he helped Lucy Gray in the end get home safely. So his hatred of Snow is beautiful. I love his hatred of Snow. Unfortunately, he gets taken out by Snow, and he's like the first true poisoning that he does, and what a scene that was. I feel bad for him. Tragic story. Tragic ending to his story as well. Obviously, Peeta Mellark, baby. I love him so much. Them two together forever. Don't have to discuss it much further. Let's be real. BT, how many layers did we get to him in this book as well? BT, got issues with you. You created this bomb that, with Gale, that ended up getting Prim killed. Was that your intention? No. So I don't hold that against Gale either. I do think it is really dark and twisted, the whole idea behind the bomb, but I can't help but be fascinated with BT as a character, seeing what he went through in this book. His son Ampert is a part of the games purely because his act of rebellion was discovered by the Capitol, and he's much too useful to the Capitol for them to kill him. To know by the end of Sunrise on the Reaping that he has a wife, and the wife is pregnant again, and we have never had any mention of that. So my thought process is he continued, despite what happened to his son, despite having every reason to want to give up, he continued to try to fight the Capitol, and he did see it succeed, so that makes me happy for him. But oh my god, he went through so much. So I mean, I don't want to give him baby status because I don't feel that way about him. Like, I'm fascinated by him, super important to the rebellion, and have mad respect for everything that he did. I do feel like he had regret towards the end, and he was not wanting to continue the games the way that Coin suggested. So I'm gonna say get behind me. Like, he went through so much fighting the Capitol. What a brutal, torturous life he lived, but he made it to the end, and I'm happy that he got to see everything succeed in the best way it could. Now we have little baby Sejanus. What a sad little life. What a sad short little life he had. President Snow, what a bitch you are. I mean, I'm gonna say get behind me because he just wanted the good of the world. And he's stuck in this awful situation. His parents bought their way into the Capitol. He's never going to fit into the Capitol. And he lived his life in District 2. How is he supposed to ever want the Hunger Games to continue? Like, the whole thing makes no sense to me. His parents continuing on life in the Capitol and just being okay having their people die, that's questionable. He didn't really have a choice. He is their son, and I say get behind me. I don't think he's quite baby status. I don't have the same, like, nostalgic love that I do with my Katniss and Peeta, but I feel really bad for him, and I think Person Snow's a bitch-ass, stupid-ass bitch, you know? So, terrible shit happened. This is Cashmere. I would love to know more about Cashmere, because there's an illusion, it was alluded to by Haymitch, that she was kind of used in a negative way by the Capitol in a similar way as Finnick. Pretty sure her name was thrown in when they were talking about how the Capitol will do horrible things to tributes that they classify as pretty. So I feel like there is a story about Cashmere that we do not know, and to know that both her and her brother went in, I mean, crazy, and I feel really bad for them that they had to go in at the same time, and essentially neither one of them was gonna both make it out, so neither one of them did make it out. So yeah, I think there's more to her. Don't know if we'll ever get it, but whatever. Cato, I feel bad for him. I think he's awful, but once again, like, Brutus, like, you were born there, but let the Mutts have him, and they did have him. I mean, I feel bad to even say that, because he's so sad. Like, the way he died was so horrible, so I'm gonna just say I don't care. I don't care about him personally, emotionally, but what happened to him is horrible, and I love how the movie kind of added that layer of he kind of realized towards the end, and I don't know if the book quite did that, but what a horrible way that he died, and he was pleading for Katniss to kill him at that point. There's few scenes that stick with me because they're just so disgusting, and the descriptions of his death, like, still bother me to this day. Every time I read it, it bothers me, it upsets me, so I'll just say I don't care. I don't absolutely wish him horrible, but he's also awful. But, like, he was just a child. I don't know what to talk about. Clemencia, go to the Mutts. Also a child. I mean, I'm gonna be a little bit unserious in this video. Clemencia, why are you gonna steal his project? I know it's President Snow, whatever, but why are you going to take claim over someone's project? You didn't do it. That's why the snakes got you. So let the Mutts have her. President Snow, we don't even have to discuss it. Let's not discuss it. In Abaria, I'm, like, disturbed that of all the victors to live, she's one of them. Because she didn't seem to have a problem with the games from what we picked up on, and she was perfectly safe in the Capitol while Joanna and Peeta were being tortured. So I don't care about her. I feel like there's not a story to her. I mean, so sorry if there is, but I don't know. I just don't think I care. Van Goder, baby status. I love him. Don't really have to talk about that either. I feel like I've really discussed it on my channel. These three, obviously love them. They're the trio. And, you know, there's a quartet. Let's just go ahead and bring Joanna up there. I love all of them. I love all of their friendships. I wish we got more. Gale. I know we all love to hate on Gale, and I do not like Gale. I won't lie. And it's not about the bomb. I think the bomb is an unfortunate circumstance that, you know, he couldn't have planned for. Do I think the bomb was really messed up? Yeah. And that's just the shit that comes out of war. And I feel like he is the warning of what Katniss could have become. And that's why he was so essential to the story. And Peeta was kind of his opposite and choosing kindness and everything. He needed to be there. Like, he was like the foil. Like, we needed another option of what we could do with all this anger. And I mean, the empathy, just not always empathying with him. And I do have mad respect for him saving all the people in District 12. But, like, what nasty person wouldn't want to save the people in District 12? So, like, I give him mad credit. Like, that was awesome. But also, you're awful if you knew what was happening and you didn't try to help everybody. So, but yeah, so I'm not dying for more info. Like, I have enough info. I do not like how he talks to Katniss and always guilt trips her, and he's just so selfish in so many ways in regards to her and her feelings, and that's why I don't like him. I have a whole PowerPoint presentation on why PETA is better than Gale if you really need someone to explain it. But you shouldn't need someone to explain it. I'm just being honest. So I'm gonna say I don't care. I don't wish horrible things for him, but I mean, he really irked me. Book 1, he's okay. I enjoy their friendship. I think they have a lot of sweet moments and good memories together, and I love that for them. But once he starts getting territorial over her, that's when it goes downhill from there. So, Glimmer, I don't care. I just don't care. I wouldn't have put her on this tier list. She probably would have given like a Cashmere situation if she had lived. Grand Ma'am, I think she has dark and twisted views. The way she talks about the district people, acting like they're animals. So I'm going to let the Mutts have her. I know she's old, so she's probably going to die anyways. And yeah, I'm just going to let it go ahead and happen. Caesar Flickerman, what a crazy ass little person he is. Dying for more info. What did he really think? Obviously really messed up things, because why are you the face of the Hunger Games? But I would kill for more information from that man. He's a crazy wild person. And his predecessor, Lucky Flickerman, he's so funny in the movie. What a joy to watch. But completely tone deaf. So I'm gonna give the Flickermans are some interesting people, so I'm just gonna give them dying for more information. But do I really want that information? I don't know. Effie Trinket, absolutely obsessed with her. She's very interesting because she is living in a time where she has been told by President Snow, all the propaganda, that the only way for peace and order is if the Hunger Games continue, and that's what she truly believes it. And we see over the series how that starts to dwindle down. I feel like the movies even dive deeper because, she was actually in the Mockingjay movies more than the book showed her. And adding the Sunrise on the Reaping lore, I can't help but just see that she is a kind-hearted soul. And she's in a situation where this is what she was taught, and we got what we got, So I'm gonna say get behind me. She's not fully baby because she kind of messed up. She can be super tone deaf in her little things, but at her core, she means well. So I get behind me, Effie Trinket, and we'll see what your modern era life is gonna be if anyone writes fanfiction. The movies were giving us Haymitch and Effie, and I feel like Sunrise on the Reaping, it did start a little bit of a friendship. They were with each other for so long, so it's kind of emotional how long they spent and how she did see sober Haymitch and what ended up becoming of him. Now we got Mags. We love Mags, and we got even more Mags. We always knew Mags was great, so I'm gonna give her baby status. For her to be the 11th Hunger Games and to end up being so many people's mentors and even helped out the District 12 kids along the way. I can't imagine the hardships that she had to face throughout her life and seeing so many kids die. How did she cope with it? Better than Haymitch did, I will say. Just what a lovely soul. And Katniss is always going to be connected to the kind-hearted people. So I think that's why she latched on to Mags so quickly. Primrose Everden. I'm going to say get behind me because, dear Lord, we need you to get behind me. Bad things are going to happen to you. She's so similar to her mother, Astrid, with the healing. And I think, once again, kind-hearted soul. Nothing really bad to say about her. So, Astrid, I got a lot of problems with you. She's such an interesting character because we see a portrayal of depression and how it really can eat away at you and everything to your core. She is a caretaker. She's a healer. So for her to completely fade out on her children, insane. But, that's just the reality of what mental illness can really, wreak havoc on people sometimes. So maybe I'm dying for more info. I, loved seeing just the little bits of Astrid and Burdock in this book. It was just so lovely to see the spark of their romance and how she really was one of the merchant kids and she fell in love with Burdock. So that's that. Gloss, I wouldn't have put him in here either, so I don't care. I'm interested in Cashmere. Gloss, I don't care. I feel bad once again for the sibling thing, but I don't know. Lucy Great-Beard, I'm gonna give her baby status. Where are you? One thing. Where are you? We're never gonna know. The whole point of her character is to forever be a mystery. She drives me nuts with this. Even just with everything. Like, we over here got some answers to, like, family trees and shit, and the fact that there's, like, a confusion here, like, who is Burdock related to in the Covey? Like, we know Lenore Dove likely is Maud Ivory's daughter, but the only other Covey girls that we had was Lucy Gray and Barbara Zur had a girlfriend. Assuming that she continued dating that girl forever, like, they probably didn't have kids. But, you know, Barbara Zur could have ended up with a man. We don't know. So, could literally be Barbara Zur's child, and that's how I don't know, but, like, we'll never know, and I know Suzanne's not telling us, and we saw Lucy Gray's grave. Was that just a placeholder? Did we never find her? Is her body actually in there? Was that her teenage body? Was that her elderly body? It's such a mystery, and that's what I love about her so much. Like, what a badass bitch. Like, barely even had to do anything in her games. And somehow survived. And then this crazy ass man will not leave her alone. And I mean, she's stuck in his head a million years later, so she's really powerful. Unfortunately, he's causing utter destruction on all of her family in the future. But we get back at him eventually. The karma comes back. Rue, I mean, obviously we love her. I'm gonna say Get Behind Me. I feel like Prim and Rue are really connected in my head. Haymitch had like several Rues. It was such an integral moment in, you know, her first big spark of rebellion, of how she put flowers around her and made a statement, and District 11 are like connected to her. I feel like Mr. Man Haymitch, the little girls are just dropping. Every time he looks at them, they're just dying. So, and then, boom, he made like a million rebellious things. You know, they cut that shit out. But, yeah, so I'm going to say Get Behind Me. I hate all these little girls that freaking died in this series. It's so depressing. Commander Lime. This is the District 2 victor that ends up being a leader in the rebellion. Think is super cool. We barely have any information, so I would die for that information. Seneca Crane, I literally don't care about you, but I will say you were stupid enough to let the berries things happen, so I'm not gonna throw you to the mutts. Boggs, I love Boggs. Oh my god, he's like the only one that believes in her. Is he Baby or Get Behind Me? I think he's Get Behind Me. He was so close to Coin. He knows what's going on behind the scenes. And he chose Katniss's side, and he told her, like, I just want you to live. I want you to live a long, happy life. And because of him and his sacrifices and many other people's sacrifices, she was able to end up having a hope, a long, happy life. So I really loved him and his sacrifice. Wish he could have made it. Super sad. He lost his legs. Depressing. Thresh, oh my gosh, I do love Thresh. I'm going to say Get Behind Me. Always have mad respect for Thresh, with how he was invited to be a part of the careers and he did not say yes. I mean, that could have given him security and safety and probably living longer, though he still lived like till the very end pretty much. Obviously, he cared about Rue and he let Katniss live, and if he hadn't done that, none of this shit would have happened. So he's very important for that, and really sad. Foxface, want to know more about you. We don't even have your name. At least give me a name. Suzanne Collins loves just not giving us all that information. She won't even give you a name sometimes, because Miss Katniss Everdeen is unreliable as she don't know people's names, and I love that about her. Like, she's not going to remember you. She's not going to remember you. She has other things going on. But Foxface was clearly so smart. Ultimate debate. Was it a suicide? Because she knew her freaking stuff. She knew her berries and things. Or was she really, did she fall for PETA seeming like he was gonna eat those? I don't know. It bothers me. Haymitch, Mr. Haymitch Abernathy. Obviously, Baby's here. I feel like he would have been that way even before Sunrise and the Reaping. But dear Lord, did we add so much to his character. He has so much kindness in him since the beginning, and he has become such a darkened soul. Haymitch Abernathy went through the absolute freaking most. He never thought he was gonna win. He never even had hope for himself, because literally, why would you when it's like double the tributes? And instead of thinking about having strong allies at first, he is wanting to protect little Luella. and Lulu. We'll get to that. Wait, are they in here? Oh no, they're not in here. I literally added those characters. Where did they go? This man is a lover boy. We said PETA was a lover boy. Hamish Abernathy was a lover boy. I mean, the man never for a moment was not in love with this woman, even in his old age and his liver disease. And bitch, I got liver disease too. But even in his liver disease, he's over here saying, she ages with me. I see her all the time. Like, he's crazy. But I love that about him, and I'm just so glad he's just growing. Like, he's with his geese, and he's just having the little bit of love that he could have left in his life with Katniss and PETA. And Luella is his sweetheart, and she had the braids and reminded him of Katniss. And there's so much added layers that just makes me so emotional, and I want to die. And you know, Dr. Gall's next. She can die. Possibly the most evil character out of all of the series. It's debatable between her and Snow because, I mean, he suffered. He hungered as a child. He saw poverty. He was not doing that well. He had to fight for money. So for him to end up doing all of this and knowingly causing so much pain for so many people, a pain that he himself has experienced, there's not much eviler than that, you know? And obviously, killing the kids, prostituting the kids. I mean, like, there's, what else could he add to his list that's, like, could make it worse? Dr. Gall, I don't really know her backstory, if she has ever suffered, but sure does she love killing people. So, definitely dark and twisted, like, psychopath, absolutely. So, hate her so bad. Virus, oh my god. She makes me really depressed. Hearing about her games in the mirrors, one of the most fascinating things. She is so interesting. I'm gonna maybe say baby material because, oh my god, like her advocating for the brains of the world and to know that she, after what happened to her, goes and tries to help the District 12 kids, and she is a part of this rebellion and gets like tortured because of Hamish winning, and she clearly never really recovers mentally from whatever torture that they gave her, and it's so fucking depressing. Cinna, I mean, I'm gonna say baby, but I really want to say dying for more info because the way I would kill for his backstory of becoming, you know, in touch with the rebels, he really sacrificed everything. So I'm gonna say still baby, but dang would I'd love more information about him. Like, I would kill for that. So I literally added pictures, so let me add a couple more. Here's the 3 characters that I really wanted to add from Sunrise and the Reaping that we got to know more. Mesa Lee Donner, my girly. You know, she sponsored my YouTube video. She got my YouTube sponsor. She has to be baby tier. Just in the way Katniss can be unlikable sometimes, I feel like she is. I mean, she's the town bitch. She's the snottiest bitch in town. She has taste, okay? She's gonna let you know if what you're wearing is ugly. She's trying to help you. No, but the bond that they create together, the brother and sister aspects, I mean, one of the most beautiful aspects of this book, and it really just depresses me that she is gone, original owner of the Mockingjay pen, but she thought it was ugly, so she put it in a drawer. Hilarious. She is hilarious. Just such a distinct personality, but she does have that kindness to her, and you see that in the way that she helps the other tributes get their tokens, and the way that she treats Lulu and Luella. Then we have actual Lulu and Luella. I mean, 2 separate characters. I gotta say, I mean, there's few things more chilling than what was going on with Lulu. I feel like that had to be some sort of beginnings of like the hijacking that they do. Something was not right with her. She seemed like she kind of knew some things sometimes, but also like something, they heavily tortured this poor girl, and makes me so sad. So, I mean, I'm gonna say get behind me, because both of them, Luella and Lulu, I mean, they deserved so much better. And the little connection that her and Hamish had was really cute. She was just so young. Maybe I'd give her baby status. Like, I feel like they both, I don't know, because I don't know her that well, but like, what I got, I really love. I don't know, I'll keep her and get behind me, because I really do hate everything that happened to her. Like, deserved so much freaking better. And, I mean, at 13, she was so brave. Everything that she was dealing with. And lastly, Mr. Wyatt. I really ended up caring about Wyatt, and his death scene really upset me. And the way that he was protecting Lulu, and the careers were just hacking at him, and it just makes me so sad. What an intelligent boy. How disgusting is it that his family probably were betting on him, and just makes me want to die for him. I'm gonna say baby status. I really did care about him. I don't know, this is hard. Okay, maybe I'll give him Get Behind Me. I feel like I feel strongly about him and what that we got, because I just feel, I don't know, I just feel like he was a soft-hearted boy who was just trying to protect people, and I don't think he ever thought he was gonna win either, and he probably knew better than anybody he wasn't gonna win because of how he calculated everything. What an asset he was, though. Just like with Maceley, we find out the real kindness of his heart. So he could have just ran off and let people fend for themselves, but we have to remember how he protected her, and he probably died day one in the cornucopia area because of that. He probably could have lived. Hello, this is Editing Peyton here. Definitely forgot a couple characters that people would find important, but two characters that I definitely think should be in this tier ranking list that my scrambled brain did not include is definitely Burdock Everdeen. This is the most information that we've ever gotten about Katniss's father, and I think I'd put him in the give me more information tier because so much was learned about him, but I want even more. What is this family history? How do we fully link these family trees? Because we have some suspicions, but I'm very curious how he's connected to the Covey, because he's clearly within the Covey. But how did this exactly happen? The mysteriousness of Lucy Gray really does not help make this make sense. So we might never fully understand with confidence how this all happened. But I just love that character. Such an interesting bit of information, getting him in the beginnings of Astrid, but seeing his lovely singing voice and seeing exactly the betrayal of what we know young Katniss felt about her father, what she learned from him. His name in itself makes so much sense because he also is a root, so I think that's really awesome. I love that she did that. He seemed like a really solid friend, and he kept trying for quite some time to connect with Haymitch when Haymitch kept pushing everyone away. And you can only try so long when someone is not wanting to receive any help. So it's really sad to see where it ended up, but it was kind of where I was thinking this was going, so I love being right. So many of my theories in my theory video ended up being right, so I just feel really good, big brain energy for once in my life. Obviously, I forgot Lenore Dove. Lenore Dove is such a huge character of this book. While she's within the book for not that many pages, she is such an ever-present thought in Haymitch's mind. So I want to kill myself I'm sorry, that's dramatic. I want to kick myself, that's what I meant to say, for getting her. What an iconic girl that we get from the little that we do get. I mean, she was getting arrested at 12 for doing rebellious activities. She is the spark of our rebellion. I love her. She's definitely in baby tier for me. We got very little, but it was enough for me to solidify, that is a very strong character that I am obsessed with, and I hate what happened to her. It's the most disgusting, disturbing thing ever. I try not to think about it. But that is it. This is the longest thing ever. So those are my rankings of the Hunger Games characters, the most updated version. Let me know how you feel about this ranking. Do you feel the same, or do you have some strong opinions about something that I did here? Let me know. I always enjoy talking about the Hunger Games, but don't forget I got other videos about other books and writing related videos too. And don't forget to go click the link in my description to check out all of the recent sales for Anna Luisa, and maybe get yourself or your mother a gift for Mother's Day. Bye!